Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Joe Kelley's Psychedelic Experience is brought to you by Magic Mind. Check them out at magicmind.co/Joe Kelley for a little bit of a discount on your first order. What is Magic Mind, my friends? Magic Mind is a delicious little shot to help you. It's nootropics. It's good stuff for your brain. You know, listen, we're not fancy here. We don't know what everything is. I can read you the list of ingredients if you want. Matcha, lion's mane mushroom to help balance mood and improve cognition. You know, I struggle with words sometimes. Turmeric, a bunch of other stuff. Bacopa Monterey, what does that do? I don't know. It supports attention, processing, and working memory. Listen, I've been doing these little shot things. It's just a little, basically, it's a shot of juice. And it's been interesting, to say the least. It's supposed to basically give you more energy in a non-caffeinated way, so you don't have that caffeine crash and it sustains throughout the day. Now, the great thing about Magic Mind is you can still drink it with your fucking coffee, people. I wouldn't be drinking this shit if it made me put down my coffee. You guys know that. But it does, I do feel more clear-minded. I do feel my energy being sustained. So it's nothing but good stuff in there for your mind, your body, and your soul. So this is what you could do if you want to try out Magic Mind, and I suggest you do. It's been a very interesting few days, my friends. I ain't bullshitting you at all. It's been, it feels like something's going on. So I got a box. I'm going to keep drinking them. I'll keep you updated as things go on. But as of right now, go give them a try. magicmind.co/Joe Kelley. Use the promo code Joe Kelley at checkout, and you can get up to 56% off your first subscription. If you want to just do a one-time order, you'll also get a discount using that code. So check them out, magicmind.co/Joe Kelley, and you'll get all that good stuff. Let's get into the podcast, you motherfuckers. What's been going on with you, my friend? Your old pal Joe here, checking in with you on a motherfucking Monday, bringing you some sponsorship to the old podcast. How's it going, my friend? How's it hanging? How you been? How was your weekend? It's been a minute since I've seen you, since I've chatted with you. How have you been? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing better than you ever thought you possibly could be doing. And if you are not, hey, that is A-O-fucking-K. But do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Forget about me. Get your fucking shit together, will ya? Just for once in your goddamn life. Get your shit together. Don't you see that the fabric of America has been crumbling and no one seems to give a shit at all? Why wouldn't you have your shit together for the complete downfall of the American society that we are slowly witnessing but no one talks about? Why wouldn't you want to be in the best physical and mental shape you could ever be for the complete downfall of our civilization and society? Because the great thing is, even as things continue to fall to shit, we still have endless entertainment. So while it all falls apart, we don't really notice because we're distracted by the lights and the flickering of the television and the, of course it's not propaganda, is it? No, not the celebrity fucking led propaganda from the goddamn state that we love to eat up. That is not possibly keeping us distracted from the complete downfall of society. You know what I mean? But you might as well have your fucking shit together. You know what I mean? March already about done here, people. What do we got? Less than a week left in March. How the fuck does time keep doing this? It just keeps disappearing. Was it ever here to begin with? I don't know, but goddamn, how the fuck are we already 3 months into 2023? Where the fuck did it go, people? Might as well get your shit together. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. Hey, I got some shows coming up, my friends. I'll be at the Funny Bone with my good buddy Aaron Weber this Friday and Saturday in Syracuse, New York. That'll be an interesting one, going back to upstate New York. I haven't been there since 2009 when I lived in Utica, dude. So it'll be a bit of a homecoming. Upstate New York was the first place I moved whenever I left Michigan. Was co-hosting a morning show up there. I think I've talked about it a little bit here and there. Lasted 2 months. I wasn't even getting paid. I was a glorified intern. But sometimes you got to take a fucking chance, people, and just break out, you know? A lot of people, oh, I need a good job and I need this and that to move. I fucking moved with nothing and no hope, no promise. Just had to get the fuck out of Flint, Michigan. So I took a fucking chance. And look where we're at now, baby. Look where we're at now. The fucking palace. The goddamn Joe Kelley Palace of Fun. That's where we're at now. Anyway, the 6th through the 8th, I will be in Lexington, Kentucky, also with my good buddy Aaron Weber, at Comedy Off Broadway. The following week, I'll be in Austin, Texas. I still only have one show set up, my friends, but it will be the 15th at the Creek in the Cave. I'm doing the Filthy show there, and maybe some other stuff will pop up. It doesn't look like it at the moment. Dallas has been has been fruitless right now. Anyway, Austin. Telling you about the shows I don't have instead of just telling you about the ones I do have. The 15th, fucking Austin, Texas, Creek in the Cave. Napanee, Indiana on April 27th. That one's with Aaron Weber as well. Also be at Pivot Brewing in Lexington, Kentucky in May. So going back to Lexington by myself. Paducah. What else do we got? Murray, Kentucky. Knoxville in May. JoeKelleyComedy.com has all your upcoming dates. I'll also be out in Seattle in September. Looks like Boston in August. I think we're doing some stuff. I'm doing some things with Aaron Weber in November. All that good shit, man. All that good shit. JoeKelleyComedy.com has all your upcoming shows, my friends. The shows are out of the way, people, but what's been going on with you? How have you been, my friend? It's been a minute since I've talked to you. I was in St. Louis a couple weeks ago. I think that was the last time I talked to you. It might have been right before then. Thank you to everybody who came out to the shows. The ones with Aaron were fun. And a special shout out to everybody who came out to the Funny Bone in St. Louis on Sunday and got to watch me headline and kind of do my own thing. We didn't get a lot of people out there, but we got enough. We got enough for a goddamn show, and it was fun. I had a great time in St. Louis, man. So thank you for everybody who came out and watched me headline at the Funny Bone. If you came out to Chattanooga this past weekend, thank you to the one of two people who were at that show. You know, I thought that'd be a fun little trip. Get back to my roots a little bit. I was like, you know what? These good shows I'm doing with Aaron Weber, they've been fun. But I'd rather drive 6 hours round trip to do a show in front of two people. And so I did. So that's what happened in Chattanooga. But I met some people that hopefully will be able to facilitate some better shows in the future. You can't be doing good fucking shows all the time, people, in comedy. You got to do some bad shows so you can know whether you're still good, whether you still got it or not, you know, whether you still got the flair or the passion to fucking keep doing comedy. So it's not all fucking fun. To say the least, it all ain't fucking fun. But what have you been up to, my friend? What's been going on in your world? What's been going on in the world in general? What useless things have you been distracting yourself with from the inevitable collapse of civilization that is we're witnessing? You know, it's happening all around us. Everyone's waiting for the shit to hit the fan while the shit is hitting the fan. It's interesting. It's like a saying or something like that where it's like, I don't know. Basically, if you got shit on your lip, at some point you're going to not smell the shit anymore. And I think that's where we're at right now. We got a bunch of shit right on our lips, and it's been there so long that nobody can smell it. So it's fun to talk to people who are waiting for shit. Oh, shit's going to hit the fan, dude. Shit's going to hit the fan. It's like, it is. It already is. It's not, the bottom hasn't fell out of what we're doing right now, but shit is hitting the fan as we speak, and no one seems to fucking really care or notice. Everyone who cares or notices is already prepared, and the rest of us are just trying to fucking laugh and jerk off a couple more times before everything falls apart. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's been going on in the world. I know they were supposed to arrest Trump. last week, and that didn't happen. But, you know, really focusing on myself nowadays. People. What else are you supposed to do? You can't control anything, and everything that that you're fed seems to be a lie. So you might as well just focus on yourself. And you know, these past couple months, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I've been being a little bit lazy. Haven't been getting up as early. Haven't been going to bed as early. I don't know what happened. And sometimes I just slip out of a routine and then it's tough to get back into it. I don't know if you guys are that way too, but it's like you get into a good routine and as soon as you start slipping, man, it's like, I still got this. I still got this. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll turn my alarm off today. I'll just do it today. Just this one day. I've been getting up at the same time for the past 3 months. Everything will be fine if I just do it for one day. And dude, if that one day don't become 2 and that 2 day don't become 3 and then 3 becomes 4 real quickly without even noticing. And then all of a sudden you're completely out of your routine. I don't know. This is just me speaking on me. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but dude, as soon as I give myself an inch to, again, I guess follow the routine, to not be as disciplined, it fucking all falls to shit real quick. And that's what's been going on the past couple months. I'll be real with you. It's like, man, I don't know what the fuck happened, but it's like, and then you just keep telling yourself, it's like, it's all right. Tomorrow, we'll get up on time tomorrow, you know. And then all of a sudden it's, you know, I'm not waking up till 8:39, sometimes 9:30. And it's like, and that's not super late to be sleeping in, but you miss out on so much of the morning that way. So I've just been being a lazy piece of shit the past couple months, except for this past week. I got back into it, man. It's like, no, you just gotta you can't compromise with yourself on some things. You know, I guess compromising can be good with other people, I think. I don't think you should be compromising with yourself. Because it's like you're just allowing yourself to be weak when you compromise with yourself. If it's for somebody else, if it's for the better sake of a relationship or a business or something like that, if somebody else is involved, then yes, you have to compromise. But when it comes to yourself, you know, don't allow that bitch to take over your fucking thoughts. Because we all got one deep down inside of us, whether we admit it or not. And some of us, you don't even got to look that deep to see that inner bitch. They wear it on their face, you know? But yeah. And then as soon as you break the routine, with me, I should say, when breaking my routine, now all of a sudden I'm getting down on myself. First thing in the morning, too. First thing in the morning, I started getting down on myself because I'm not up on time. You know what I mean? I've already missed the time when I should have been up and had my coffee and stretched and went for a walk, possibly went for a run. Should have been doing something already. And then I immediately start, and that's the first thing that pops in my head when I'm not in my routine, man. I'm already getting down on myself. I'm just realizing this right now, is that just the first thoughts in my head that I'm presenting myself, my first fucking brain food for the day when I'm not on my routine, immediately becomes negative. I'm mad at myself. I'm upset with myself, you know? And then it just leads to and then all of a sudden the day's depressing because you fucked up. And you knew you fucked up. Your alarm went off. You could have got up. You got up to turn it off, didn't you? It's like, yeah, I did. You lazy sack of shit. And I wish I didn't think that way. You know, I wish I could allow myself, a little grace period, I guess. But, dude, I just can't. For some reason, I got this fucking war going on in my head. And it's like, if I'm up early, I'm cool. I'm happy. I'm good to go. But if I'm not, as soon as I wake up, the first thought in my head is going to be like, you're a lazy piece of shit who is never going to be happy or figure anything out because you can't get up when you say you're going to get up, you know? It's not a nice way to talk to yourself, but also You know, I can avoid that thought loop by simply getting up when I'm supposed to, doing the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing, instead of giving myself, grace or leadway, or, whatever it is, whatever that feeling is that you allow yourself to be weak when you know better, when you know you aren't a weak person, but you still allow yourself to be. You allow yourself to not be disciplined. I can't stand that motherfucker when he shows up, I can't stand that little weak-minded bitch who wants to tell you that everything's okay and, you can sleep in a little later. It's all right, dude. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You know what? You woke up late. You don't have time to work out today. It's okay. Don't do it. It's all right. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, pizza's not going to be good tomorrow. You might as well eat the whole fucking thing, dude. You might as well do it. And a little fucking voice that makes that makes the weakest parts of you seem like it's okay. You got to silence him somehow. And getting up early helps me silence that motherfucker. So that was, I know January, what did we do? We took off drinking, smoking, all that shit. But then as soon as February hit, February and March, dude, about a month and a half, it's like, I'm going to be lazy. Let that seasonal depression or whatever it is. It's not. It's fucking seasonal laziness. Because it's easier to stay in bed when it's cold, You don't want to get up and face the cold. Well, you should. But I was just being a lazy sack of shit and allowing myself to be. And now I'm back to business, baby. Back to the routine. Because I don't want to be fucking mad at myself. So you got to stick with whatever you say you're going to do. You might as well do it. Because if not, it's going to fuck with your head, right? And again, this ain't for everybody. Maybe you were just as productive and you have just as much mental clarity waking up at 10 as you would if you got up at 6. I don't. I can't do it anymore, people. I get irritated with myself for allowing myself to do such a thing. And you should be getting 8 hours of sleep, but sometimes you don't. And that's the other excuse I've been using. It's like, well, you should get 8 hours because it's good for your brain or whatever. And it's like, well, quit staying up fucking doing nothing. Go to fucking bed. That's such a fucking pain in the ass, dude. Really, what are you doing? What are you really doing after 9:30 other than fucking watching shit? You know what I mean? What the fuck are you really? Maybe you work third shift. If you do, good to you. Good for you. Can't think right. Can't speak correctly. But, most of us, what are you really doing after 9:30 at night? What fucking productivity are you getting done? That's when all the fucking hoes come out at 9:30 at night. Nothing good's gonna happen. Turn the phone off. Go the fuck to bed, Unless you got a reason. That's the comedy thing, It's like I'll go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock during the week, and then the weekend hits, and then all of a sudden you're up till fucking 2. It really fucks with the sleep schedule, And it's not like, I don't know how you guys get your adrenaline, or what's the fucking word? What's the thing that we get from clicking likes and scrolling? Dopamine. There it is, the dopamine shit. It's not like you could just fucking be done with a show and then go, okay, I'm going to bed right now. Your brain's all fucking jacked up. You want to keep chasing that rabbit too. That's part of it, is you want to keep trying to ride that high. And it's like, well, I'll just stay up doing nothing just so I don't lose this fucking feeling that I got from being on stage and telling jokes. If that makes any fucking sense to you fine people, you're just trying to ride that fucking wave of that feel good, you had a good set, you did a good show, so you can't just go to bed right away, 'cause you got to fucking ride it out. And then that's when you know, a lot of people start drinking real heavy and getting into drugs and shit, because then you can sustain that feeling, that fucking rush that you got on stage for longer, you know. You got the rush on stage, and now you do fucking kick back a couple, you know, little hot toddies, something like that after the show, you know. Now you're buzzing. Now you're talking to the people. You're having a drink with them, and then all of a sudden someone's like, hey, we're going to go over to this other place, and I got a whole party in my pocket if you want to keep this fucking wave that you're riding going, you know. And then you fucking wander over there, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I want to keep feeling good, bro. You know. And then it's 4 a.m. You're fucked up, but you had a lot of fun. You rode that dopamine wave until the very fucking end. Then you crash. Maybe you eat a pizza. Maybe you eat a pizza in bed before you crash, just to get that little extra hit of dopamine, you know? Just to fucking keep the party going. Keep the celebration of a good show going. You know, you eat a pizza, a whole pizza at 4 a.m. So now, by the time you're done eating that pizza, it's what, 4:03, 4:04? So, because you eat it real quick. Because you're all fucking boot scooting, zooted up from all the good times you've been having. You know, and then the next day, fucking 1 o'clock noon rolls around, you're getting out of bed and you feel like shit because you fucking, you wasted all the good time last night, you know? That's the story of chasing the dragon with comedy, people. You want to keep riding that wave, and it fucks up your sleep schedule, you know? But that's, you know, and that's, listen, I'm taking it easy nowadays, people. But still, even after the shows, Weber's not a big drinker or doing much, you know, anything. He's a pretty chill guy, but still, we'll do the shows, and then we're both feeling good, and then it's like, well, I guess we're going back to the Airbnb, we're going back to the hotel, and then it's like, well, let's just watch some shit until like 2:30 in the morning, because we're still chasing that fucking, that dragon, and then fucking up the schedule or fucking up the routine of everything else. But anyway, you know, that's where I've been at, just trying to, not even trying. You can't try to do things. You got to speak affirmatively and all that shit. So you are doing. I am doing. I am back into my routine and feeling much better than the past fucking 2 months of cutting myself a fucking break, dude. I don't know why I just can't do that. Why I can't go, oh, it's okay, you know. A lot of people would go, you're doing fine. And it's like, well, I'm not, because I'm not. I know I'm supposed to be doing things that I'm not doing, so I don't feel fine, you know. Very, I don't know, hard on myself, I guess, in some ways. But it is what it is. You can't be cutting yourself a fucking break every goddamn time and allowing yourself to fucking be weak, whatever that means, you know. But here we are. We're here today, goddammit. We're here today. Where's your focus been, my friend? Where has your focus in your life been? Are you bettering yourself? Are you sticking to your routine? I highly suggest you do. And if you don't have one, fucking get one. You know, you really see it. You can really see why people's lives are chaos, just based off their regular ass fucking routines in life, you know? It's always like the people who can't figure it out or can't get anything together, and it's like, then you see how they live, like their regular life, and it's like, of course you can't fucking figure out anything. You have absolutely no order or discipline to your life at all. And it sucks. You want to be like, oh, dude, I'll just fucking, you know? You want to just blow with the wind. You want to just, you know, do whatever you want to every single day. But you can't. You can't do it. You can't act each day based off how you feel. You got to do it based off what you know you should be doing. But anyway, I think that's enough of that shit. What else has been going on, people? I don't even know why this popped in my head, but I hadn't thought about it in forever. I haven't thought about this shit in forever. It happened such a long time ago, but dude, I used to get picked on quite a bit when I was a kid. I ain't gonna lie. I used to get picked on quite a bit, and I had no idea how to stand up for myself. Nobody ever taught me. You know, people, I think there's a difference between telling a kid and then actually teaching them, you know. I was always told to stand up for myself, kinda, you know. I was always told, well, you better not be starting fights, but if somebody hits you, you have the right to hit them back. And it's like, okay, but I don't know how to hit anybody. No one ever taught me that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was told a lot, but not taught a lot, especially with standing up with to bullies or people who were just mean to you. But I want to say this had to have been, I might have been in 7th grade. Maybe I was in 5th. It might have been 5th grade. No, it had to have been 7th grade. I was still like a smaller, I don't know, kind of a chubby little runny kid. I was like maybe 5'6" or something like that. But like, you know, it had to have been, when was it? It had to have been 6th grade then. Because I'm just trying to think. Anyway, the point is, like, we used to ride a bus going to school or whatever. And I lived on a dead-end street, so it was like they come down the street, they drop people off at their street, so everybody who got off on, or all the kids who lived on my street, and I knew most of them, I grew up with them, but I don't know, dude, it's like, and it was always like this growing up. It was always like sometimes the kids on the street were your friends, and then other times they fucking hated you for whatever reason, and I could never really figure it out. But, you know, it was like one day everybody was cool with me, and then the next day people wanted to fucking pick on me and be mean or whatever it was. And you know, I was an easy target again. I didn't know how to stand up for myself. But this one day, it's like I got fucking surrounded by everybody. We got off the bus. It was after school. And like everybody, the whole street surrounded me, which would have been, I don't know, 5, 6 people or something like that. And it was just like they really like kept circling me, and we just kept walking. Nobody fucking hit me or anything like that, but it was just like teasing and picking at me and doing this and doing that. And I think my sister might have had volleyball or some shit after school, so she wasn't around. I knew that was a big part of it. I knew that was a huge part of why everybody was being a dick to me, because my big sister was not around to do anything, you know? So it was just like, man, and I didn't know what to do. I just remember being fucking scared, but like, I don't know. I just kept walking, you know, and I figured that once we got to like the first 3 houses on the street, that's where most of the kids lived. So if I could just make it there, they'd all go into their houses, and then I could, because I was like, I wasn't at the very end of the street, but I had the furthest walk out of anybody, you know. But I wish I could remember what they were saying, but I just remember that feeling of like not knowing what to do. I didn't think anybody was going to hit me or try and get physical with me. Because I think that's where it's like, I think I probably would have been fine. There was one kid that we had kind of gotten into some physical altercations in the past, you know? And so I was never worried about him, but it was like, fuck, there were like 4 other people or whatever it was with him. But it just sucked. It fucking sucked. And then just that feeling of going, I don't know what to do if, you know, other than fucking start swinging on people or fucking hip toss them. Because that's what I did to the kid before. He fucking tried pushing me or some shit, but I just grabbed him by the fucking arm and did a goddamn like judo throw over my shoulder, and then was like, hey bro, like we can keep going if you want, or you can go home. Like, what are we doing here, dude? If you want to do something, we can do something, you know? Not that I knew, and again, I didn't know what I was doing, but it was just instinct. It's like, okay, this fucker's pushing me. I'll flip him on the ground, and then if he wants to go, I guess we can go. But yeah, just standing up for yourself. And it was more just like the psychological abuse that they were just kind of picking at me. It's like a pack of dogs, man. That's what it felt like. You ever watch any like nature documentary where, there's even the one where there's the lion. There's like an older lion, and he's surrounded by a pack of hyenas. And it's like one at a time, these hyenas keep coming in and picking at him and nipping at him. That's how it fucking felt. That's exactly how it felt. Just like 5 kids just circling me. And then one at a time, it felt like one at a time, they kind of step in, say some shit, talk some shit, whatever it was, go, you fucking gay or whatever the fuck people were saying. I can't remember any of it. I can't remember a goddamn. I remember one thing, because sometimes when it was cold in the wintertime, my grandma would take me and my sister to the bus stop in the morning. And I remember she always parked in the same parking spot. And it was always like the furthest parking spot closest to the street so you could see the bus coming. And one day she pulls up there, and that was her spot every single day. And she's an old lady, but I remember the main ringleaders of the fucking pack were sitting on the curb in that parking spot. And I just remember her going, I don't care. They're going to move for me. And in my head, I was like, this is going to come back to bite me in the fucking ass, Grandma. And you don't even realize it. You don't even realize what you're doing right now. But the fact that you're taking this parking spot is going to come and bite me in the ass. And it did. That was a big part, I guess, of the following me down the street that day, was the fact they're like, well, why's your grandma parking there? And it's like, I don't fuck. Go talk to her, dude. Go talk to her. You mean that old lady who's cooked you lunch before? You want to fucking give me shit about her, the one who's let you stay at her house and fucking play on her computer so you didn't have to go home to your abusive grandparents? Is that what we're fucking doing? And that's what it all comes down to anyway. They had their own shit going on, and they were taking it out on me for whatever reason, because I was an easy target, because I was just a fucking little runt, and I had no idea how to stand up for myself, But I just knew as soon as my grandma parked there, I'm just thinking, I go, this is going to fuck me up one way. And you don't even know, and you're not going to be around to see it, but this is going to come back on me somehow. But nothing happened, nothing physical that day. It just was a very lonely, weird feeling. And then, as soon as we made it past the first few houses where the kids lived, it's like, okay, they're going home now. No one's following me to my house. That's good. And then the one kid who lived down the street towards where I lived, he shut the fuck up as soon as everybody else was gone. So they never did it on their own. It was only when people were together that they fucking would be mean. It's interesting, It's fucking interesting. But as soon as they were all gone, it's like, okay, now everything's fine. It's just a shitty feeling. And I can't remember why that popped in my head. But then I just started getting off at a different bus stop. I started getting off at the street before, because I had friends. I had better friends on that street. And so I just would get off there and then cut through my buddy's backyard and then go home, until the bus driver wouldn't let me do that anymore. She was like, you don't live here. And it's like, well, no, I don't, but I'm getting off at this stop. I had to get a fucking note from my mom. So she was like, can you let this fucking crazy bus driver know that I can get off on the street before? She never asked why, but that was a big part of it, is not wanting to deal with fucking just a pack mentality of fucking people, man. And that's, they did it because I was, again, an easy target. I wasn't going to stand up for myself, not against 6 people. I should have. There even were some girls in there. I should have fucking just started throwing haymakers, you know what I mean? Clobbering motherfuckers. Even the ladies should have popped them too. Like, fuck you, you fucking Fucking dirty broads, you know? I just don't want to ever be in that situation again. And I don't think I ever will be, bro. I don't think I ever will be at this point. But you got to teach instead of telling, you know, if you're a parent out there. Make sure you're leading by example instead of just telling kids things that, well, you know, you got to make sure you stand up for yourself. And it's like, yes, I understand that, but how? What does that look like? What does it mean? Do I fucking hit people in the face without asking any questions? Is that what I do? What about when 6 people surround me? Then what do I do? You know? What do I do then? How do I stand up for myself in that situation when there's a mob of fucking people fucking surrounding me and picking at me like a bunch of dogs? What do I do then? You know? I don't fucking know. Don't fucking know. I used to get bullied by a retarded guy. He wasn't really retarded. I've tried to make this a joke, but I haven't figured out how. People, I don't know. I think use a different word than retarded. He was in special ed, you know. He used to pick on me quite a bit. I can't remember. I think I told this story this past summer, maybe. It was a kid he moved to our school from Egypt, he moved actually next door to my good buddy Jack. He lived on his street, but he moved in like 2nd or 3rd grade. And dude, he was always like pulling my hair and like picking on me. He had long nails. He'd be scratching you and shit like that. But it's like you couldn't do anything because he was like half the day he was in special ed. I still don't think he needed it. I think he just didn't. I think what they did, maybe he was a little bit retarded. Maybe it was a little bit. But also, this is like, you know, this is Michigan in the 90s. We'd never heard of Egyptians at that point in time. Like, dude, you're a pharaoh? What the fuck? You can't be, where's your mummy? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we were thinking. So I think he just didn't have the best grasp of English then. So they were like, you can be in special ed. But, yeah, he picked on me for like fucking pretty much 3-4 years. All up until 6th grade. And then I had the opportunity. We were playing flag football, but our flag football coaches let us fucking tackle people. And they gave him the ball. Yeah, I have told this story on the podcast before. And I fucking lit that kid up, man. There was like 3 years of getting my hair pulled and shit like that. Because you couldn't do nothing, you know. All of a sudden, you're beating up the retarded kid. You know what I mean? That's a bad look. It's like, oh, but he was picking on me. It's like, Joe, he's retarded. You know what I mean? So it's not like you could do anything. So you got to pick your spots, you know? And they gave him that fucking ball, and I uncorked on him, dude. I fucking uncorked on that motherfucker. The little flag football guys are like, dude, you can't be fucking hitting retarded kids like that, dude. And it's like, nah, you don't understand. He's a bully first and then a retard, all right? That's the problem with it. Nobody saw that other part of him. They just saw the retardation or whatever. And again, I don't think he was all that retarded. I just think he just didn't grasp English that well. So like, we got to put you in the fucking special ed class because you're slow. You're slow. You're a little bit slower than the rest of the boys and girls. So we got to put you in this room with these fucking crazy people, you know? But I guess if that's what standing up for yourself is, I did it that day. That's for goddamn sure. It took 3 years, but hey, we got one back. And then as far as those kids at the bus stop, a couple of them moved off the street. One of them killed himself. You know, I think they're all gone. Not all dead, but you know what I mean? None of them live there anymore. And one that no longer exists on this planet. So, and again, it's like he was clearly dealing with more shit than... if whatever reason that I was being picked on probably had nothing to do with me. Because I don't think I ever did anything to anybody that would have warranted being surrounded by a fucking angry mob at a bus stop, you know? I don't think so. So I think he was dealing with more shit, and, you know, I'd be the one that you could take it out on, I guess. Whatever fucking shit. His parents didn't love him, or maybe he felt that way, whether they did or not, you know? But that's all it was. That's all it was. As far as the retarded kid, I don't know why he was picking on me, you know? Because I'd been over to his house because he lived on my good buddy street, so we've been over there a couple times and played basketball. He had a cool older brother, cool as hell, dude. He was a cool guy. His parents were very nice, so I don't know why he was fucking picking on me. Maybe he was just a little bit retarded, you know? Maybe he was just a little bit retarded. Hey, that's... What the fuck? Let's get to the animal video clip of the week and get you on your way, people. How about that? How about that? Hope we've had a little bit of fun today. But this one, listen, keep your dogs on a leash, but also just fucking have some, I don't know what the fuck you need, but anyway, this video, right, it's a lady walking her dog. And her dog, she has on a leash. And unfortunately, they get approached by a dog who is not on a leash and is a little bit aggressive. But this lady just starts hooting and hollering. And probably, in all honesty, with that hooting and hollering she is doing, probably agitates the dog even more that's not on a leash, the one that's a little bit aggressive, you know? Because animals pick up on your vibes, people. I don't know if you know that. So if you're agitated and, you know, the fucking animal's going to pick up on that. So you got to fucking calm down if you're going to be around an animal that is not calm. Lead by example. This lady did not. She just, whoa, 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 not my baby, not my baby. All that stupid shit. As that dog's trying to get to her dog, and she doesn't know what to do. It's like, pick up your fucking dog. It's like maybe like a 40, 50-pound dog, something like that. It's like, pick it up, get it out of harm's way, whatever. It's like a mid-sized dog. But she doesn't do any of that. Instead, what she does is she drops her leash and then encourages her dog to run away. She'd go, run, run. And what do you think happens when her dog starts running? That other dog just starts chasing right after it, you know? I've never seen anybody do that before. She dropped the leash and was like, run, go home. And he's like, you don't know where the fuck home is. You know, he's a dumb fucking dog who needs you to walk around, lead the way most of the time. And now he's got some fucking pit bull chasing him, and you're like, go home, run away. And as soon as the dog takes off, the other dog takes off after her dog, and she just starts yelling again, like, yeah, this was not a good solution to your problem, lady. You know? If it was like a greyhound or something like that, something that's real fast, that would make sense. But, you know, you should keep some mace on you or something like that. You know, if you're going to have a dog, mace is good, and you mace the other dog, whatever it is, you know. You got to be prepared out there, people. And let me tell you, just fucking dropping your dog's leash and hoping for the best ain't a fucking necessarily a good option when it comes to trying to protect your fucking dog, I guess. It's hilarious. Check out the link in the description of the podcast to watch that hilarious video. Also, don't forget to check out the link in the podcast for some little Magic Mind, all right? magicmind.co/Joe Kelley. Use Joe Kelley at the checkout. Save up to 56% off your first subscription for the next 10 days. You'll also save some money on a one-time order. Go get some of that stuff. It's been pretty good. Also, the shows, people. How could we forget about the shows? Syracuse, New York this weekend. Lexington, Kentucky the week after that. Then I'll be in Austin, Texas, as well as a bunch of other places. Napanee, Indiana. Back in Lexington, Knoxville. All sorts of fun stuff coming up. JoeKelleyComedy.com will have your upcoming dates and shows, people. Listen, I hope we had a little bit of fun this Monday morning, all right? Do me a favor. Do me a motherfucking favor, will you? Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else, and I will catch you around real fucking soon. All right? All right. Later. Have fun. Enjoy your week. YouTube, my friends, bonus. This is what people subscribe to Patreons for, you know? But I give it to you for free. I give you the bonus content for free on YouTube, you know? What the fuck? How good of a person am I for doing that if I can fucking not be mumbling? Listen, I love you. I think you know that. I think you fucking know that. I hope you know that. I love you very much. I hope you had a great couple of weeks. I know it's been a minute since I checked in with you. And I hope you're going to have just a great week to round out fucking March with. You know what I mean? Get out there. Have some fun this week, all right? Get some shit done. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Don't take no shit from nobody, especially yourself, all right? It's the last person you should be taking shit from is yourself. You got to put that bitch in line and go, listen, motherfucker, I ain't taking no shit from you. That's for goddamn sure, because you're me. You're supposed to be helping me, not bringing me down. Fuck.